Hello friends, and welcome to Take Two for this Monday, the 6th of July, 2020. I'm Jeannie. I'm so glad you decided to come along for the ride today. Well, I hope you had a wonderful Independence Day weekend for my American friends who are tuning in. And I hope it was safe and wonderful, whether you had a cookout or fireworks, whatever you did. I hope it was enjoyable. But it's a new week now when we're ready to go forward, and I hope I can give you a word of encouragement today, and that is this. I've been thinking a lot about names lately and how important it is what your name is. You know, some people will call you, by a title like mom or dad or hey boss or hey that's my brother or whatever it is. But then of course you have your real name like I'm Jeannie. But it's funny because here in the South a lot of times people will be called by their middle names, and I found that out the hard way when I was working with a gal named Gail when I first moved down here, and someone came into where we were working and her name was Wanda, and she said, "Oh, Wanda's my name." And I said, "Gail, what do you mean Wanda is your name? I thought your name was Gail." And she said, "Well, of course, that's my name, Wanda Gail." And I said, "Really? I never knew that you had a different name." And I said, "Well, why do you call yourself Gail when you're Wanda Gail?" She said, "Because a lot of people call by their middle name." I said, "Why?" And she says, "Because that's just what you do down here." And I thought, wow, I think about up north in New York where I grew up in an Italian family. It wasn't uncommon to have a little and a big for a father and a son. Like, for example, you might have Big Salvatore and Little Salvatore, or Big Dominic and Junior Dominic. That was just a normal thing to do, was to call people by the same name and just give them a different title, and that's the way that they were called. You know, names are important. It's always important to know what your name is, but I noticed lately there's been a lot of bad name calling going on, and I don't think that that is right at all. You know, people don't realize sometimes that a word can hit as hard as a fist, and if you see somebody and go, "Oh, that guy, he's a jerk," or "that gal, she's stupid," or things like that, those are names that stick with them, and a lot of times they can't get that out of their head that that's what they are. And sadly, a lot of times if you're repeatedly told you're dumb, you're stupid, you never amount to anything, that ends up being the name that you go around with in your mind about yourself, and that's what you end up becoming a lot of times because you become angry or what have you. So I'm going to encourage you today, boys and girls, not only when you call people by their names, call them positive names. Remember, always do it with grace and always do it with love, and always remember that a name is very important. Whether it's Wanda, Gail, Salvatore, Dominic, whatever it is, remember, don't use negative names to call people names. Call them positive names. Happy, good, nice, sweet names, okay? Now listen, go and be a blessing today. You might end up being the only one who is. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Jeanne Sigler. That's a good name to remember. JeanneSigler. Hit the subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. You'll be notified every time another Take Two is posted. All right, have a blessed and wonderful week. And remember, good names all week long. Only call people good names. I'll see you on Wednesday for a hump day. I love you. Bye-bye. Have a great week.